Good morning, all. Today we'll see the phases of testing. So there are different phases of a testing: unit testing, integration testing, system testing, and acceptance testing. So one by one we'll see. Unit testing. Unit testing. Unit testing, that means smallest unit. Here it is given a smallest unit, the testable part of a software. So consider example of a C programming. So there are in one class there are different number of methods. Okay. That means testing of a one unit. So it is usually has one or few inputs and usually a single output. So in a procedural programming, a unit may be a individual program. Unit may be a individual program or function or procedure. So it may be anything. So unit testing, that means keep in mind it is a small testable part of a software. So in object oriented programming, here the example is given: object oriented programming, the smallest unit is the method. So smallest unit is one of the method, which may belongs to a base, superclass, abstract class, or derived class, or child class. So it may be a derived class, superclass, abstract class. So all the testing of the classes, that means a unit testing. So individual component is tested independently. So here in unit testing, we are testing the components independently. If one application contains number of classes, then one class can be executed at a time, so that the testing of the smallest unit will be done. So drivers and stub softwares are used in a unit test. So what is meant by driver? A program that accepts the test data and prints the relevant result. And stub means, which is a program is used in a unit test. Sorry, stub is the sub program. Okay, program that uses a module interfaces and performs minimal data manipulation if required. So whatever the data manipulation is required, that is to be done in a stub. So it is a uses a module interfaces. So here you can see the unit testing software engineer module to be tested. So whatever the model that is you want to test, the software engineer will a model which wants to test cases generated for that module, and it will give a result. So unit testing is a small unit testing, small program testing. You keep in mind it is a small program of testing. So unit testing, the model to be tested and the test cases. How the test cases are to be generated and to be given to the module to be tested for the testing. So it contains the interface, local data structures, boundary conditions, independent paths, and error handling paths. So we have to check all these test cases related to the unit. So related to that small module, all these things are going to be checked while testing the module. So there may be one interface, that interface is going to be tested. Local data structures may be tested. Boundary conditions, we have seen earlier, boundary conditions can be tested. Suppose there is addition program, then inputs we are taking as a plus b, suppose a plus b, and we are storing it in a c. So boundary conditions, if we have defined the a and b are in between 100 to 200, so if ever that boundary exceeds, at that time it will give the error. So error handling paths also we need to give. Independent paths we have seen in a white box testing, we have seen black box testing we have seen. So while loops, boundary conditions, whenever there is a range, whenever there are fixed inputs, okay, values are to be given. So in this way, you can generate the test cases, and accordingly, you can generate the test cases for the module, for that module. Like local data structures are going to be, and accordingly the test paths are to be generated, and according means depending on whatever paths generated, the test cases are to be generated. So that test cases are to be passed for the test. So benefits or advantages of unit testing. Why to use unit testing? So it increases the confidence in changing, maintaining code. So because of unit testing, small unit, it will increase the confidence of testing, and maintaining the code. For maintenance of the code, it is also important. It is also useful. So if good unit tests are written, if good unit tests are written, and if they are run every time any code is changed. So if good unit tests are to be written, then every time any code is changed. So it's possible to promptly catch any defects. So whatever defects are there in a small unit, we can catch the defects, and then we can integrate that function or that method to the another method. Introduced due to the change. So whatever change we want to do, we can do it in a unit testing. That means whatever if we want to change the conditions, if we want to change the input conditions, if it is not giving a best results, that time you can make a change in a small module so that it will be integrated to the group. So it is beneficial. So codes are more reusable. So due to we are testing a small units, we are creating a small test cases for the small units. So the codes are more reusable. So this means that the codes are easier to reuse. So reusing of the code, that is possible, as well as it will increase the confidence, as well as it will give the best results for the software, whatever we are going to generate. So next one is the integration testing. So it is the level of software testing where individual units, here you can see individual units are combined and tested as a group. So what we are doing in a unit testing, the modules we are testing, small modules or one module or one program we are testing. In a integration testing, that small programs, number of small units, we are combining together, and we are making the group. So I'm testing a group, testing as a group. So it will give a best result. Suppose that we are performing an addition of the two numbers, and we are taking that result in a further calculations in a second program. Then we can combine it and make a group of tests, and then we can run it. So that is called as the integration testing. By combining two modules, we can run as an application, we can test it as an application. So that is means a integration testing. So the purpose of this level of testing is to expose faults in integration. So whatever faults we are we found in a unit testing, that we doesn't found in unit testing, that we can find in a integration testing. So faults in a integration testing, while combining the two modules, what faults will come. So that type of a testing is to be done in a integration testing. We are testing the faults in a integration interaction, faults in a interaction between integrated units. That is mean a integration of a dependent components are tested together. So whatever dependent components are there, that only we are grouping together, and that we are testing in integration. So which uncovers errors in design construction of a software architecture, integrated functions and operations at a system level. interfaces and interactions between them, and resource integration and environmental integration. So it uncovers the errors in design and construction of a software architecture, integrated functions and operations at system level, interfaces and interactions between them, and resource integration and environmental integration. So all these errors that will be uncovered in integration testing. Okay, testing is when integration testing is performed. Okay, testing is performed after unit testing and before system testing. So we have seen here. So integration testing when it is performed after unit testing and before system testing. Who performs integration testing? Either developers themselves or independent. So testers perform integration testing. So developer themselves or independent testers. Integration testing. Here, unit tested components 1, unit tested component 2, it is combined together, that is integrated interface, and which is called as an integration test. So two modules they are combined together. Suppose there is addition module and another one module. The result C is used in another module. Type of a, suppose there is C into D. So this type of a module is to be performed here, and then it is combined or integrated in an interface, one interface, and after that the testing is to be done. So all these two modules combined together, and we are performing testing in a two methods. So that is called as an integration test. In a two classes, suppose there is one class, another class. Okay. So top-down integration testing and bottom-up integration testing. Top-down integration testing plus bottom-up integration testing, that means integration testing. So here the difference is to be given. Unit testing is an independent, integration testing, that means we are combining, we are fixing the units and then we are testing. In system integration testing, that means all system units we are combining, then we are testing the system application or software. So that is mean application testing strategies are options: the big bang approach or an incremental construction strategy. Okay, so there are different types of approaches, testing approaches in integration testing: bang approach and incremental construction strategy. Approaches we will see: testing, non-incremental integration and incremental integration. Okay, non-incremental integration, that is big bang approach, and in incremental integration there are top-down testing, bottom-up testing, regression testing, and smoke testing. Regression testing approaches are three: big bang approach, top-down approach, and bottom-up approach. So in a non-incremental integration big bang approach, we'll see the steps. All components are combined in advance. Okay, so in advance all components are to be combined, and entire program is tested as a whole. So entire program that is tested as a whole integration. Set of errors are tested as a whole. Set of errors which will come after combining the components. Once these errors are corrected, the new ones appear. So this process continues infinitely. So this process, whenever any component we are combining together, come errors. So set of the errors there we are testing the errors, chances of coming the new ones. So this process continues infinitely. So it is non-incremental. Advantages is simple, okay, simple test, and disadvantages hard to debug. So every time we are performing the compilation process, so it is hard to debug and difficult to isolate the errors while testing. So number of errors they are coming, so it is difficult to isolate the errors. Next is incremental testing. Non-incremental we have seen. That next one is incremental testing. So this we will see in a next lecture.